If we now imagine a situation where we're on the right-hand side of a fairway, so we've driven the ball down the fairway, we're on the right-hand side, we've got ourselves in the trees, the first thing we need to do here is punch the ball out, and it's really important we get the ball back in play. But rather than just turn sideways and chip the ball out 25 yards back into play, how about we want to try and be a little bit more aggressive, a bit more assertive, and try and get a bit more curve and shape on the ball. If we're going to try and make the ball move from left to right, it's going to be a fading punch out shot. And the opportunity here would be to set it off down the left, curve it to the right. It has a chance to roll a bit more towards the target, and I can be a bit more aggressive. The first thing I've done here is I've changed my club down to a 4-iron. That'll help me get the ball out low, even though ultimately I'm going to be opening the club face a little bit here. I need to open the club face because I need to create some shape. So I have the ball a bit back in my stance, I grip down a little bit, I make my short swing, all good punch out stuff. But at this point I'm going to try and change the angle of the club face and the angle of the swing path. By changing the face to path relationship, I can get the ball spinning. I'm going to get the club face aiming where this red cane is, which is down the left-hand side of the fairway. I'm then going to swing further left than that. That's going to create the spin on the ball. The difference between the face and the path creates a spin, and I can move the ball from left to right. So club face is aiming a little down the left side, body's aiming a long way down the left side. Hands nicely ahead of the ball, and then we're going to hit across the back of this one. And then we can see that ball moving from the left and trying to cut back as much as it can. Now it's a tougher shot to cut the ball today rather than draw the ball because the wind is from the right. So that ball would have had 20 yards worth of cut on it. With the wind it probably had 10 to 15 yards of cut, but it was down the left and it came back in. And you can see my divot here is very aggressively down the left hand side, the club face out to the right, and that ball started to move back in. It also came out low, so as a punch shot it achieved the objective as it came out below the level of the trees. And when it landed, it would have had a decent amount of squirt and it would have run on quite a long way. So consider when you're punching out of the trees, if you're on the right, you want to get a bit of curve from left to right. Take a long club so it's got less loft. Have the ball back in your stance, open the face, swing down the left hand side, and see if you can get that ball moving from left to right to play a cutting or fading punch out shot.